This morning, it might not be fun for some, but it is time to prepare for the next season here in North Dakota.
That's right, and October is right around the corner, which means winter will soon be upon us. And our reporter, Nye Remy, has more on how farmers are preparing. Good morning, Nye.
Good morning, Nicholas and Alicia. When it comes down to farming in general, our soil, livestock, crops, wildlife, and of course people play a major role. But what about the winter? Well, during this season, it's obviously cold, and it can come with some unbearable winds at times, making an uncomfortable living environment for practically every resource. I met with Dustin Kruger at Minilka Farm, where they're holding a conference teaching folks how to get the most out of their windy conditions. A windbreak, also known as wind fences, are usually made up of 3 or more rows of trees or shrubs in an open field and are planted in a specific way to provide shelter from the wind to protect livestock from windy and cold conditions, soil from an erosion, and much more.
Austrian pine gets the plug.
Dustin Kruger and his team are training conservation experts from North Dakota and South Dakota about these windbreaks.
We want to protect resources, and a big resource in North Dakota is soil, and with it blowing away in our wind and stuff like that. So we establish these field windbreaks around the fields and stuff like that to protect that resource.
Windbreaks also help reduce livestock from animal stress and food consumption that can lead to weight gain or weight loss. And they can actually reduce wind speeds up to 90%.
You know, we get a lot of harsh winds. With that is our windshield goes down a lot faster within the cold and during the winter.
It's Austrian pine.
The last conference on windbreaks was held by Dustin and his team back in 2018. And since then, he says they're doing way more than teaching how to build a windbreak to help farmers.
About other resources, whether it's water quality, habitat, anything like that. So we are doing conservation throughout North Dakota on all sorts of other resources, not just wind. But this workshop is focused on establishing windbreaks and just doing them correctly, so we're not taking a step backwards in trying to protect those resources.
Kruger says they invited 15 employees from South Dakota's Conservation District and 53 from North Dakota, and they all have the same goal in common: keeping their agriculture safe throughout this winter season. Nicholas and Alicia.
Yeah, I grew up, I always asking, I was like, why do you have the just random rows of trees in the fields? And that's exactly why. They use them as windbreaks for all the crops and, like you said, the cattle and everything.
Boy,
So
Right.
it sure does get windy here.
yeah,
in North
got to
Yes, it
keep planting
does.
trees. We need more here.
That's right.
Thank you, Nye.
Yes.